Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And if you're like me, you find talking about faith and politics about as wonderful as trying to eat briars or blackberries with the thorns included, because I don't like blackberries to begin with. And that's what this week has probably felt like, possibly, as you've listened to these devotions. And that's intentional, I think, because this is something that is really core to all of us. We want the very best in our leadership, we want the very best in our faith, and we want those two to come hand in hand. And it's not always so easy. Faith in Jesus Christ, being faithful to Jesus, means surrendering our vote to Jesus, means surrendering our voice to Jesus. And that's not always wonderful. It's not always rewarding to us, even. Because at times that may call us to offer our voice to the voiceless, who we wouldn't benefit from even by giving them our voice. At times it may mean that we have voted or choose to vote for a party or person that we don't necessarily like, but we see aspects of Christ within them that at that moment are needed in our leadership and in our country. You see, there is not ever going to be a wonderful knight in shining armor, a candidate who he or she just totally shows all that Christ is. And if there is one, we probably shouldn't vote for him or her because they're probably pulling wool over our eyes. You see, faith is about influencing us in our heart of hearts. And politicians are about influencing gathered groups of people to become excited about a passion or movement that may or may not be faithful. You see, if we're going to be faithful, we need to make sure that we are following not necessarily human leaders, but Christ as our leader. That means reading the biblical text and struggling to understand how the teachings of Jesus in the Gospels truly tell us how we are called to be today. It means struggling with issues that didn't exist in the first century, but striving to discern prayerfully what Jesus would say about those things, what it would be that God would call us to do with the power that we've been entrusted, our vote and our voice. All of us have this. And while we want it to be really simple and easy, it's not. And I'm thankful that it's not. Life is messy. Humans are messy and complex. Why should politics be any different? And faith, especially, whenever we truly hand over our voice and vote to Jesus, boy, that makes it all the more complicated. Because Christ is wonderfully removed from all of this, and Christ is striving to help us see beyond it. Let's be better together. Let's truly treat one another as people of faith, and let's start with our faith rather than our politics. I think we'll be better together if we do this. I hope you do. Amen.